Update on the home projects. This is the master bedroom. We spent the past couple weekends patching, priming, and painting the ceiling and walls. And yesterday we began the flooring. Now before doing the flooring, there's a lot of prep work involved, perhaps up to a half a day of prep work if you have carpeting down, which we did. We had to pull the carpeting, cut it into sections, prepare it for the trash, as well as the foam padding. And you're going to have to prep the flooring. And the prepping involves not only sweeping and vacuuming all the loose debris that are left behind after pulling the carpeting, but also pulling staples and preparing the subfloor. The subfloor needs to be tightened down. Anywhere there's squeaks or creaks, you're going to have to screw down the subfloor so you don't have the squeaks and creaks, but you're also going to have to check the nails. Each nail head you have to be sure it's down nice and tight and that you don't have any loose nails that are going to pop on you. After the prep work, before you can lay the flooring down, you're going to have to start by putting down a moisture seal. This moisture seal is going to allow airflow under the flooring to protect your flooring, and part of that is making sure that the seal extends past the flooring itself. Also, you're going to have a 1/4 inch gap along your walls for expansion and contraction of your flooring. Now, I came across a couple difficulties while doing this floor, and I'll go over them. I bought a pack of spacers, which they recommend. Keep your subfloor a 1/4 inch away from your walls, but I found that these get jarred out of place quite often. I had better luck with the shims that I bought. These are 1/4 inch thick shims on this end, which stay in place better, but still I encounter problems anytime you're pounding your floor together, getting the seams nice and tight. The floor tends to move around and you're going to have to readjust and put your spacers back in. That's one problem. Also, with the seams, when you're pounding them together, you have to make sure you don't have any little loose debris that's on the laminate flooring in those cracks. You're going to have to check each board before you put it together, especially before you cut the board, because I do on occasion find a board that has a little bit of damage. You don't want to pop your flooring together and find you have a damaged piece. So there are a couple little tips in putting this flooring together. Here's the tools that I used. Some common workshop tools. I used the speed square, pencil, tape measure, shims, extension cord, but also, along with using this carpeting knife for cutting the carpeting, it's great to have for that moisture barrier. I also picked up a Dremel, and this is used to get a nice perfect cut under my door jambs so that the flooring along with the moisture barrier can fit underneath. There's 3 main tools you'll need to put together your laminate flooring, and that's a hammer, a tapping block, which is going to protect the edge of your laminate flooring while you hammer it together, and also a pull bar that's going to enable you to get beyond the edge of the flooring to pull together your other seams. I did have the doors off the hinges while I was doing the job in this area, but once you put the door back on, if you don't have the trim up with a door stop, put something behind that door so you're not going to be putting your doorknob through the wall. You can see I have no furniture in the room except a light and the bed. The bed I had taken apart and had it laid up against one side of the room while I worked on this side of the room, and then switched sides to get to this side. Now, I had it put back together for use last night, but now it's time to get back to this flooring. You can also see I have my portable table saw, which I use for all the cuts, except for the cuts around heat registers, which you're going to need a jigsaw or something like that. And of course I have it spread out on a blanket, and that's going to help gather any dust that's not caught in the bag. But it's also going to protect the floor. I can put boards on the floor as well as tools and the saw itself and not worry about scratching the floor up.